Khloé
How do you protect your
Kardashian
kids from
teaches
public
True to stay
scrutiny?
humble
I think what's
despite
harder
school
is the older
questions.
they How do you protect your kids from public scrutiny? I think what's harder is the older they get. Like even now, True is almost 8.
Khloé
And there's other
Kardashian talks
8-year-olds
about
that have
teaching her
phones. There's
daughter
other 8-year-olds
True
that
to
are
always stay
telling her
humble after
things.
sharing that
Like,
kids
for
at her
example,
school
just yesterday, she
constantly
was
ask
like,
her if
what
she's
does it
rich.
mean? And there's other 8-year-olds that have phones. There's other 8-year-olds that are telling her things. Like, for example, just yesterday, she was like, what does it mean that you're rich? And I said, rich, like what? Like, rich in what? She's like, well, someone asked me if I was rich. And I said, who asked you that? She said, someone from school. And I said, well, what does that mean? She's like, I don't know, like that you have a lot of money is what she said. And I'm like, these kids, like so many of these things are learned from other people. And that's what bothers me. But like, I can't lock them in a cage their whole lives as much as I probably would love to. It would be a big cage, don't worry. But yeah, I think what's scary is knowing the older they get, the more they're going to ask me questions, be aware of things. And a lot of that is driven by outsiders.
Yeah, what did you say?
Well, I told her, I said, you know, if you're rich or not, that doesn't matter in life. And your mommy works really hard to provide a life for you. I told her about, I was like, well, your daddy grew up really poor. And that's why your daddy tells you these stories. And like, look how hard your daddy worked. And now your daddy lives this way. And I was trying to tell her, so like, we all have to be good people and work really hard. And we never treat other people differently. And I said, everyone comes in all different shapes and sizes and different money and all of that. And I was like, and doesn't make anyone better or worse. I was telling her also, I was like, you know, I was telling her about my dad. I was like, my dad grew up really poor, and my dad always reminded us, like, this is my money. This isn't your money. Like, I have money. You guys don't. And I also said, like, how we treat people. Like, to me, that means so much more than money. And I never want anyone to be mistreated. Because I was explaining how there's good people that have nothing, and then there's bad people that have everything. And we always want, like, I was like, don't you want everything in life? And she's like, okay. And I was like, so that means we have to be the best and work the best. And I was like explaining that to her. And she was like, I like that.